I guess the good part about being up this early is you get to see a very cool Colorado sunrise. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. These new Fords, that seatbelt dinger is ridiculous. I'm going to right there, half a mile. It's gonna be okay. So we got us quite the adventure today. We got to take 5 steers over to the butcher, so that way we can fill all of our freezers with meat here about Christmas. Then I got to jump up into kind of northwest Kansas, go meet up with another custom harvester. Bought some parts off of him, so while I got the trailer, I'm just gonna go there and then stop at a radiator shop, pick up a radiator they were rebuilding, and then eventually come home. Long day. Look at that. We make it here and it finally shuts off. Nice and easy. Let's go. Come on. Up you go. There we go. That went surprisingly well. Cattle are loaded, seatbelts on, full tank of gas. Tally ho. So it's almost 7 o'clock now. It's an hour and a half to the butcher, plus I gotta enter that stupid fake time zone known as Central Time. So it's gonna be technically a 2.5 hour drive to the butcher. This is gonna be a long day. So delivering the fat cattle always comes with kind of mixed emotions. On the one hand, you're kind of sad because, well, you've been feeding these guys every day for the last 6 months. And on top of just your standard ration that we put out with the feed truck, you're also taking 5-gallon buckets and delivering grain to them every day. Mainly the tuna and my daughter doing that. Because that grain will add the marbling and fat into that meat, giving it its flavor and making it, well, just flat out amazing. So you counteract your sadness there with the thought in your mind, though, these 5 steers are going to feed 10 families for the next year. 10 different families are going to have meat in their freezer ready for them at a moment's notice. And that's honestly an awesome feeling to have. So, you know, you got to look at it. You got a little bit of sadness, but a whole lot of happiness. And that's a good thing in the end. I don't know if you can see, oh, they're disappearing behind the horizon. We just got to get to the elevators. About another 15, 20 miles. The mighty Syracuse Dairy. That is their home dairy and one of, what is it now, like 9? I think they own 9 dairies kind of throughout the region. Needless to say, they feed a couple, 2, 3 head of cattle. One of the guys that chops for them uses this old farmyard as a yard for all their equipment. Look at that. 8 mergers, 3 big rakes, 6, 7 swathers. Oh, hey, there's another one of their dairies. So, this is the dairy ownership that just built the dairy over in Colorado here a handful of years ago. And it's been kind of interesting because it's putting pressure on the feedlots over there for commodities. So there's actually becoming a market, like a competitive market. I'm sure the cattle guys don't like it. I wouldn't like it either if I was them, but as a guy who's selling the crops, it's kind of nice having another player in the game. That is one big ass grain bin. So, cattle are dropped off at the butcher. Freaking love that family, they're so nice. Now, according to my phone, it's about a 3-hour drive that way to pick up chopper parts. Hadn't ate breakfast yet, so a little gas station breakfast. We'll see. We'll see how this goes with the road trip. You can tell agriculture is a little bit different scale down here. That's enough equipment for like 4, maybe 5 dealerships in Colorado, at least in our area. Good God. Kind of a random side note, that's the ethanol plant we get our distillers from. Just short 2.5 hour drive away. All right, parts are picked up. Now we gotta go that way about 2 hours, pick up a radiator for a truck that we've got getting worked on. Told you it was going to be a long day. While I'm waiting on fuel, here's what we got. Some new spouts. So the story there is the new John Deere choppers came out with a new spout design, making any old parts obsolete. So another custom harvester, he had heard we were having trouble with the spout extension for the new chopper, reached out, said, hey, I upgraded choppers, I've got extra spouts because I always carry a spare. He goes, I got nothing I can do with it now, I'll make you a hell of a deal on it. So I showed up to load it, and hell, he threw in a short extension for free because he goes, I've got 2 of those I found laying around, I got no use for them, take it. So hell of a deal. And if you're new here and have no idea what I'm talking about when I say we're having trouble with the spout, you'll have to go back to the start of silage when we bought chopper number 3. The dealership sold it on Big Iron as is. Talked him into throwing a broken spout extension in. We tried to make it work, didn't work. So we needed a new one. Here's where this came in. Now we're all caught up. Well, typical me fashion, I forgot to show you guys the radiator. But either way, picked up the radiator, got an hour and a half-ish till we're home, so we should be home by 4:30. That's not bad. That's a good hour ahead of what I figured our schedule would be. I'll take it. Almost home, but man, these clouds are awesome looking. Wonder if it's actually getting to the ground anywhere. Did pretty good for timing. 4:15, 500 miles. 9.7 miles per gallon. Wow, this thing is not good. Let's see how everything survived the ride. Oh yeah, we're fine. So there's our radiator, all fixed up, ready to go back in the truck, and the 2 spouts. I was gonna unload it, but hell, everybody's gone. It's cold out here. Whoa, that looks really cool with the storm off there to the west. So the only real change going on here around the feedlot, guys, is things are drying up, so the herd is looking a lot better. This is a pen of cattle that showed up last night. They're looking good. You can hear the ones that just got off the truck 20 minutes ago, trying to figure out where they're at. But yeah, these guys are looking good finally. Hopefully now we got the herd health balanced out. We're ready to start smooth sailing with them. That probably won't happen now that I said it though. Either way, guys, I'm going home, see the family, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.